Hey, welcome back, guys. It's Patrick here from Play Clash of Clans, bringing you guys episode 20 of my quest to the top 200. So today we're at 3,763 trophies. You guys know what's going down. We got to hit the top 200, and in order to get there, we need about 28 trophies. So we're shooting for 3,791. Hopefully we can get a little bit more than that, but as long as we get 2 or 3 good raids and we don't have any epic fails, we don't have any witches or wizards hitting giant bombs, I think we can get there pretty easily. So let's go ahead and see what happens. All right, base number 1, we have about 14 trophies available, and if you guys have been following me on Twitter, you guys know I complain a lot about how long it takes for me to find bases. It usually takes about 30 to 45 minutes for me to find a base worth attacking, at least in like the last couple days, so it's been pretty terrible, and at this point, I attack any base that has at least 12 trophies available. If they have at least 12 trophies, if I can get 2 stars, that means I get 8, and I guess 8 trophies really isn't that bad. But let me go ahead and get the king and the queen out, and if you look at my army composition, I actually changed it up just a little bit. It's pretty much unnoticeable, but I went ahead and took out 2 archers and added 2 more barbarians. And the reason I did this is because sometimes when someone has like 30 archers in their clan castle, and I'm trying to lure all of them out, 14 barbarians might not be enough to get it done. In fact, a lot of the other top players, they really don't use archers in their army composition. I usually bring them just in case I need to take care of an extra building at the end, and I find that it's really useful, but I don't think 8 is really necessary. I think I can get away with 6, and I think those extra 2 barbarians will really help me out to lure out those troops. All right, so starting off, I took care of the king and the queen. On the right-hand side, I'm going to drop my golem. I'm going to drop my clan castle. Second compartment I'm going to go for, let's go for the middle. I'll drop my golem and my wall breakers. And then same thing on the left-hand side, drop my golem and drop my wall breakers. So at this point, I've already broken through all 3 sections. I still have 12 wall breakers available, and we've already taken care of a lot of the junk on the outside. So at this point, unless I do something extremely dumb, we should be able to get 2 stars on this base. Or if I can't take care of his clan castle troops, but luckily I have that lightning spell, and I took care of that witch fairly easily. So at this point, we're already in the center of the base. I still have my king, my queen, my wizards. I have all my troops. So we took care of the town hall, and it looks like we're going to get a fairly easy 50%. This one's pretty much the same one as the one that I make fun of all the time, except it's laid out a little bit differently. But overall, it was the same strategy, and it was a pretty simple 9 trophies. So let's go ahead and move on to the next base. If we can find a good one, it might be able to take us to the top. So looking at this one, we have 30 trophies available. So if we can win and get 2 stars, that's going to give us 20 trophies, and that should be good enough to get us into the top 200. Alright, so right now, let me go ahead and lure out the Arch Queen, lure out the Barbarian King. Unfortunately, the clan castle, I think, is a little bit too far away, so I'm going to worry about that later. So deciding where to attack from. At this point, I think I can just drop my witches and wizards on the bottom, and then on the left and the right hand sides, I'll drop my golems there. And at that point, as long as I don't do anything dumb, we should be able to get to the center. Alright, so I've got the queen out here. Let me go ahead and drop some barbarians, drop my witches, drop my wizards, and it looks like everything's going well, so I'm going to go ahead and stop looking and go to the right hand side. So let me go ahead and drop my golem, and as they get a little bit closer, I'm going to drop my wall breakers, make sure they don't get hit by the mortar. And then now, out of nowhere, the king and the queen, I wasn't even looking, and they're still alive. So at this point, it is complete and utter panic. My hands are getting all sweaty. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I drop my clan castle. I drop my other golem. Unfortunately, the wizard tower gets a hold of my wizards. This is looking like such a fail. At this point, I almost just surrendered because I thought I was so unbelievably mad that I stopped looking at the king and the queen. I haven't even killed the barbarian king yet. He's still there. I have a couple wizards. I still have one of my golems, and I have my king and my queen, but I'm really running out of firepower. I went ahead and dropped my archers. I dropped my golem. I'm going to drop my wizards to try to take care of his barbarian king, and then finally I'll drop my archer queen, and I guess I'll have to drop my barbarian king in a couple seconds. It's not looking good. I have a couple wizards, like I said, but it looks like they're getting a little bit too close, and they're probably going to get shot down by that mortar. I drop my lightning spell. Hopefully it's going to do something because he doesn't have any clan castle troops left. I drop my king. I drop my queen. And at this point, it's just a prayer and hoping I can find my way. Luckily, I had a ton of wall breakers left, and I dropped those guys into a rage spell. So fortunately, they were able to do some damage. My barbarian king, he's not going to turn around, so it's really all on my queen. I do have my 2 free spells. I went ahead and dropped one of them because it got hooked to my barb king. And at this point, I'm going to have to drop my second free spell, and seriously, a miracle. My Archer Queen comes out of nowhere and gets that town hall. I didn't even believe it until I saw it because I was so close to surrendering. I was so close, but luckily I didn't give in. And at this point, I'm actually getting close to getting 50%. Somehow, some way, my Archer Queen is still alive, and my Barbarian King is still going beast mode on the top. And after we take care of this spell factory, we're going to get to the 2 stars, and a Christmas miracle, we got 20 trophies from this base. I have no idea how that happened. That was the luckiest raid of my life. It was a complete and utter failure in the beginning. I have no idea how I even had a chance to get to 30%. And if you look at my trophy count, we're at 3,800 trophies on the dot. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top players. If you look at the top 200, scroll all the way down to the bottom, I actually ended up at 185th place. I did another raid. It was sort of boring, so I skipped it, and I just wanted to show you guys. But I'm in 3,800 trophies, and I'm looking pretty good. We're in the top 200. We finally did it. It took forever. There were so many failures. There were so many witches getting blown up by giant bombs. There were so many golems somehow destroying my witches. But we finally did it, and I'm so glad we did it. I told you guys I wanted to do it before New Year's on Twitter, and it turns out we did it about half a month before that, so I'm pretty excited. If you look at the top 200 of the United States, I actually cracked into the top 20. I think I was in like 18th place. So overall, really, really exciting, and I'm so happy I did it. I couldn't have done it without you guys and all the support. I know all you guys were hitting me up on Twitter and the YouTube comments telling me to keep pushing, keep doing it, even after I had some failures a couple days ago. And finally, I do have to give a shout out to AppNano. They hooked me up with gems throughout the whole entire series. So big shout out to them. If you guys want to find out a way to get free gems, check them out in the description below or the annotation on your screen. Alright, so that's going to do it for the finale video. I want to do like a wrap-up video and like sort of talk about the Champions League and my experiences, what I want to do next, stuff like that. So expect that to come out in the next couple days. And if you guys have any questions for me that you want me to drop in the video that I'm going to be posting, go ahead and drop them in the comment section below. Whether it's about the Champions League, whether it's about my next series, stuff like that, drop it below in the comment section because I might bring it up in the next video. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up. Once again, a huge thank you to you guys. I can't believe we did it. 3,800 trophies is insane. I never thought I would get there. And yeah, that'll wrap it up. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already for the next series coming up, as well as the wrap-up video. And I will see you guys later. And once again, thanks for watching. Peace out.